You have to flip the throttle. It's not going to be as hard of a hit. Could be a bad thing if you need that power. I got super low pressure my tires, so that's one of the trade-offs. Then you get a little wallowy. The pressure's too low in certain situations. Have too much force going down on the tire. It's going to be floating. So the way I got it set up, it works great if you're just coasting, gliding. Using momentum, using the suspension, using the engine, using the power, using the torque. Then every once in a while, screw up a little bit. You screw up a little bit. Just saying, using the power, using the suspension, using momentum, using the tubeless with low pressure. If you just coasting and trying to carry your momentum and using all those things and putting them together, then that's where it excels. All the pieces come together. If you screw up or a little bit here or there, sure you might bottom out, sure you might get a little wallowy in your tires, but that's where you gotta fine tune. You're finding that spot where you're finally finding the area where you could fine tune it and go up a little bit or tighter a little bit or softer or down, depending on what part of it you're talking about. But you're getting the most out of the tires, the suspension, the engine, when you find that happy spot for you and your style, and each thing links together with each other. So I feel like after all the bikes I've had and all the riding I've done, and finally having some money to spend and some know-how and thinking about what will make the bike perform the best for me, I got tubeless and for the right bike, so, and the right suspension, and setting the suspension up, setting the tires up, setting your sag and your levers, and feeling comfortable so you can use the engineering the bike has, the tires have, the suspension has, the motor has, the brakes and everything, the best to your body, your riding style, your conditions, how you're feeling for the day, if you want to make fine-tune adjustments. So once you get all that dialed in, I feel like it just becomes way more pleasurable, and you feel the difference. You feel the difference. It's not as hard on your body. It's easier to go and do it. And I would encourage everybody to, don't be afraid to adjust your clickers and adjust things. Just do it, you know, little by little, and think about what you're doing, because there's a trade-off. There's a trade-off for everything. So, you know, if this is my opinion, I try to be aware of what the trade-off is. I might not mention the trade-off all the time, but people usually focus on the benefits, but try to be aware of what the trade-off is. I was trying to say softer tire pressure, you get better traction and better bite, but you could get a little wallowy, or your sidewall, you know, you could compact too much, you could ruin the rim. There's different things. So I'm gonna ride back. I don't want to talk forever.